Hi everybody, welcome to the show. This is week 2 of the Skirmish season, and I've been joined once again by Hamish. Hi fella, how are you?
I'm all good, mate. How are you? I'm really excited to see what week 2 has to offer for the Skirmish 6 meta breakdown. It's last one went down really well, so I'm really hyped to see this. We've got a lot of events to go through.
Yeah, there are a lot of events, and they kicked off on Wednesday the 12th. So
Bloody hell.
midweek, we are at Rule Zero, 16 players, so really good midweek turnout. Buglugs was supposed to stream this one, but he was feeling poorly, and he wanted to make sure that he was feeling 100% for the weekend, which he was. So top guy. So 3 Dash, 2 Prism, 2 Kasai, 2 Katsu, a Briar, a Bravo, a Chain, a Kano, a Reiner, a Riptide, and a Zuri.
Interesting to see that Cat Dash is actually really represented. I wonder what sort of like push that was. Maybe it's just a Dash meta over there, but 2 Prism as well. And Kasai, yeah, pretty a split I'd like to see. And it's good to see a lot of different names.
Yeah, last you would expect Prism and Icelanders to be big in London. Prism's there, but Icelanders nowhere to be seen. So
yeah, that is a bit. That is a bit odd.
Yeah, so let's get to the top 4. So we have a
Briar.
Like yeah, dude, I've done some work. I've done so much work.
Yeah, I can tell.
So Briar, Liam Hartles, Stefano with Dash, Finbar Steel Fur with Prism, and Shamir Sami with Azuri. So Azuri is still doing really well. So the final is between Liam Hartles running the Cockroach Dundee Briar deck that Mike Kerslake made and won with at Mana Screw versus Shamir with Azuri. What do you reckon?
Wow, okay. I think I'm going to put it on Shamir with the disruption, but never underestimate the raw power of Briar. So I'm going to put my money on Azuri on this one.
Yeah, you're right. It was one bit of disruption knocked the Briar off its play pattern, and that was enough. This Cockroach Dundee, it is fantastically fast, draws a load, but you disrupt it in any way, and it basically just shatters like a glass hammer.
Oh, bloody well. Fair play to Liam and Shamir for getting the final. Awesome for Stefano and Finbar as well, getting there in the top 4 as well. But that's really cool. Well done, Shamir.
Well done. Yep. Right, Okey-dokey. So, Gaming up in York, we have 24 players. This is a Friday.
Again.
It's an amazing turnout. This is the biggest tournament of the entire weekend, and it's a Friday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. That's really cool.
Okay, Dash again. 4 Dash, 4 Kano, 3 Lexi, 3 Reiner, 2 Benji, 2 Prism, an Arachne, a Briar, a Dory, an Ira, an Icelander finally turns up, and an Azuri comes in again.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what is it about Dash? What sort of style of Dash decks are people playing here? Kano doesn't surprise me. Because of this, it's just rely on Kano to just really outperform with having Storm Striders to just murder everyone in a huge combo. Lexi and Reiner, yeah, good numbers. Really cool. 1 Icelander, find that a little bizarre, but hey ho, that's the North for you. They're crazy.
Reiner is the most popular hero taken in the UK.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah. Blood Rush Bellow's the thing.
We'll get on to how well he does later.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Okay, top 4. So Matthew Mad Dog Duggan with Kano, Rob Catton, Kano, Philip Gibbons on Dash, and Lila Green on Azuri. So Lila won last week.
Oh man! So what's the final?
It's not a Mr. and Mrs. final, that's for sure. Oh. It is Matthew Mad Dog Duggan versus Rob Catton. It is a Kano.
Well, Kano won. But, man, I tell you what, normally I'd have to go with the top 8 world's champ Rob Catton on this one. But I have a funny feeling that Matt Duggan just done just pulled him a fast one. Who knows with a Kano matchup, but I'm just going to go with Matt Duggan.
I've never seen a Kano mirror match. It's just like...
it's not. It's basically whose turn is it?
But it'd be a bit confusing. Which one is it again? But anyway, Rob Catton managed to make his way through that.
I should never have put the doubt in the top 8 world champ. So, yeah, no. But those two are 2 testing partners. So I imagine that was a really fun game to play.
Yeah, indeed. A fantastic venue. Gaming always pulls them in. Well done, Ross. And we'll do all the big thank yous at the end. All right? Cool, brilliant. Candlekeep. So we're on to Saturday the 15th. 14 players. This is the first time Candlekeep has had an event.
Awesome.
Rob Emery has really been fostering the community there, and it's certainly paying dividends now. So well done, Rob. And Rob does cardboard swords. Okay, so you can check him out on YouTube. Okay, so we have 2 Chain, 2 Kasai, 2 Oldhim, 1 Azalea, a Bravo, a Briar, a Dash, an Icelander, a Prism, a Riptide, and a Zuri. So even though we had all the stats from last week saying Icelander and Oldhim are far the best, heroes, they're hardly taken. We're on 3 events and we've got an Oldhim finally.
Wow. Okay. And it's actually interesting as well because I don't think maybe you said Chain on one of the one hero ones, but Chain getting that representation is still is a hero I'm not surprised to see. Kasai as well. Again, one Icelander. I find that very strange.
Yeah, indeed. Right, top 4 for Candlekeep. Daniel Johnson, Kasai. We talked about this last week. The amount of armor she has. So yeah, Daniel Johnson on Kasai, Robin Winden on Kasai, Rob Emery, Cardboard Swords on Dash, and Chris Chalk on Azuri. So Azuri has made another top 4. So she's a good pick. Right, but the finals was a Kasai mirror.
Oh, okay, right. So again, we've got a Kasai win. I don't know. It's a toss-up between Daniel Johnson and Robin Winden. They both got heavily armored. They're probably just picking away one step at a time. They don't have many attack reactions, so the sabers won't be doing a lot of work, and maybe even daggers as well. Who knows? But I tell you what, I'm going to toss the coin here. No, it's no favorites, but I'm just going to look at. I'm looking at Robin Winden.
No, it was Daniel Johnson.
Oh, God. Sorry, Daniel. Sorry, Robin. But well done, Daniel. Well done, everyone.
Yeah, Daniel Johnson is an American. He's at the army base, so we managed to get time off and come on down and play. I did get Robin Winden's deck off him. He did send me it. So he's using a sort of like a gore belching and then basically fishing for a Rouse the Ancient. So gore belching comes in for 7. So it looks interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
awesome. Well done.
Page 1 is done. Let's crack on. Highlander Games, the first one in Scotland. 22 players turned out for this one, so cracking turnout. Wow. So Highlander Games, Dundee. Here's the Icelanders. Icelander 3, Rhino. Yeah, Rhino 3, Chain 2, Ira 2, Oldhim 2, Arachne. And then the other Arachne, Solitary Confinement, they're all turning up. Dash, Dorinthia, that's Prodigy, Kano, Kasai, Katsu, KO, Prism, and again, and Azuri.
I love it that actually, just very quickly, that we just, I'm ignoring this, which is a terrible thing to ignore, but it's just awesome that we just got loads of ones. Just loads and loads of ones. But for the first time ever, 2 Oldhim, 2 Ira, 2 Chain, 3 Rhino, 3 Icelander. No, the Kano is a little bit of a weird one. Kasai is a little bit weird one on the low numbers, but these are the sort of hero representation I expect to see.
Yeah, it's weird because we aren't following when you look at the global trend. The UK is not following that global trend.
Classic UK.
Yeah, set your own. Right, okay. So top 4 time. It's a bit cold.
Wow. Well, okay. Right. That is doesn't, I don't know, there's something about this that just doesn't really surprise me. I'm also curious what sort of Icelander sort of approaches is, whether it's a Bullander one, whether it's the full arcane one. But yeah, who's in the final?
Okay, so it is an Andrew Rayner on Icelander versus David McAllen on Icelander.
All right, okay. So Andrew Rayner, the Thistle Tavern singles trader himself. Indeed. It's an Icelander mirror. This is actually quite an intense back and forth of using the Castellus to soak up all that arcane and getting those little pings in on the waning moon. I bet you that was a long game. I tell you what, I'm gonna throw my hat in on Andrew Rayner on this one, because again we're in a mirror match coin toss moment here. So I'll go for the Thistle Tavern himself, Andrew Rayner.
The winner is an Icelander, and it is Andrew Rayner, you are right, mate.
Yes, I flipped the coin and I got it right. I don't know how the matchup worked. I don't know what sort of particular deck list I did. But hey, well done. Well done, David. Well done, Andrew. Well done, everyone.
Yeah, well done. It is cold up north. Okie dokie. So we are on to Manor We're back. We're in the Midlands, actually, for an event. Oh my God, Manor in Birmingham. One of the first times they've run an event. So well done. 14 players. 3 Kasai, the armour has turned up, 2 Rhinar, 1 Azalea, a Bravo, a Dory, a Dromai, an Emperor is there.
About time.
Yeah, Ira, Icelander, Oldhim, and a Prism.
Okay, so again, the Kasai Rhinar matchup looking pretty out there. Don't know to go too much into this, but yeah, no, really cool.
Okay, top 4. The Emperor is there.
The Emperor is in the top 4.
Okay, great.
That's the coolest thing ever. No offense. Well done, everyone, for getting this far, but the Emperor getting top 4 made my day.
You would really love the Emperor to win. Emperor by Gregory Radek, Oscar Rachichi with Ira, Richard Carr on Oldhim, and David Lark on Prism.
I want everyone to do reasonably well, right? But you are right. I just, the fan of me just wants the Emperor to do well. So what's the final?
The final is Oscar with Ira and Richard Carr with Oldhim.
Okay, all right. So the Emperor didn't make it into the final, but I'm going to put my money on good old Ira here because I think Richard Carr's actually got a bit of an advantage here, but I don't know. There's these pings that Ira can pick out if they put in the needle, like I know that Dan Tripp did for his Ira deck. Who knows? But I'm going to put it for Oscar Rachichi.
No, it's Richard Carr.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Apparently, he just was taking names the entire day.
Well done, Richard Carr. Power to you. Well done. Oldham win. Well done, Richard. Well done, Oscar. Well done, everyone.
Yeah, indeed. Righty. Okay, so we are on to Wayland Games in Hockley. This was covered by Armory Knights and Sean Buggerlugs was there. So 2 Azalea, the land of the Ranger, it seems, 2 Ira, 2 Kasai, 2 Prism, 2 Rhinar. Then we get multiples here. 1 Dash, 1 Dromai, Icelander, Kano, Oldhim, and an Azuri.
Okay, so I do actually know the entire outcome of this journey.
I would be pretty shocked if you didn't know the winner here.
But the matchup spread is looking pretty good, pretty healthy here. No spicy Emperors though. So
no spice.
Cool. What's the top 4?
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Ira, Dan Tripp, someone from Push the Point or something. Lubos Vanicek, Icelander, Charles Harris with a Kasai, and Jake Arms with Prism. He's gone. Jake Arms playing Prism. That's a surprise, isn't it?
shock and awe. So I did see the stream of Jake Arms versus the Icelander. That was a brutal, almost over 1 hour and 15-ish minutes of basically. Jake Allen's playing Genesis and letting Genesis do its thing and waiting for Icelander to inevitably get to a point where they cannot kill him and he fatigued her out. And we got to the final, which I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
Oh, sure. Go for it. No, go for it.
Yeah, no. So Dan Tripp and Jake Arms in the final, 2 long-standing friends of mine, watching them battle it out. I know the outcome of this, but Barry, lay it down to everyone.
Dan Tripp gets bragging rights. Push the point.
Push the point. It was. I watched it. Jake got picked up and slammed through a table. Dan was just murdered him. It was really cool. He was running the needle. It was really utilizing, making that needle's ability to not get destroyed because of new cards like is it Knives Out and Concealed Blade to be able to push over that dagger weapon to just go over. So if anyone does block it with much higher, like Sync Blow or anything, or I think it's action cards, I'm not 100% sure, but just being able to just go, this is actually a really strong attack. So yeah, real cool to include from the outsider cards in Ira.
The thing is, Dan Tripp's got so much experience with Ira. He played Ira.
Oh, yeah.
When we were all in lockdown, he perfected Ira in the UK. Him and Simon. It was just like, Jesus, you're on Ira. Great.
Yeah, I know. Well, there you go. And he smashed it. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done to everyone, though.
Nice one. Righty, let's get on. We are in Sunday. Board Game Hut, Southend, covered by Armoury Knights again. So Buglugs had to travel a little bit south. We have 2 Prism, an Azalea, a Briar, a Dory, an Ira, an Icelander, a Kano, a Kasai, an Oldhim, a Riptide, and an Azuri. It's a singular. She gets about just a single Azuri every time.
We need to see more of these. It's also really cool to see Riptide as well. But yeah, 2 Prisms. I mean, it's a very good even spread of players.
Did Trip go to this one?
Not sure.
Right. Okay, so Lubos Vanicek made it into the top 4 again. Jacob Bowen, Tom Knights, and Luke Poulter. Now, normally Luke plays Kano or he plays a Ranger. So, yeah, he's switched to Assassin now.
And good to see Lubos again heading into the top 4. He's a very good Icelander player. What's the final?
The final is Lubos on Icelander versus Jacob Bowen on Prism. So Icelander versus Prism. Okay,
well, I'm only going by the watching the brutality of how Prism can slowly and surely annihilate Icelander. But let's not take away the fact that Icelander, if they can get the ball rolling really quick, she can blow out the opponents real fast. On that note, I'm going to go with Jacob Bowen to take it with Prism.
No, I think Lubos must have learned something from playing Jake Arms.
Done.
So yeah, well done, Lubos. Fantastic win there.
I will just say before we quickly move on, I'm very, very happy to see Tom Knights on Riptide do super. Like getting Riptide to the top 4 was is so cool to see. But yeah, well done, Lubos. Well done, everyone.
It would be interesting to know if he was playing loads of traps or he just forsake the traps and just tried to just play arrows.
Yeah. Comment below, mate. Give us the general vibe.
Yeah, what were you doing? We're not seeing many Riptides hit the 4s. Okay. Church of the D20. So I was here. Yay, I got to go to one. There are games coming out. I recorded a top 8 and a final. The top 4, there was a bit of a problem with the video. So that's not coming out. So, Rhinar, I was one of them. Sorry, 5 Rhinar here, 3 Prism.
5.
Yeah, it's crazy. 3 Azuri, 2 Briar, 2 Kasai, 2 Lexi, a Bravo, a Dromai, an Ira, an Icelander, and an Oldhim. So not much ice, apart from coming from the Lexi departments. It was 5 Rhinar. He's just like, okay, who's going off first?
Some people got some new dice, didn't they? And they wanted to roll that dice.
There was a couple of grumblings about the amount of Rhinars at the place, but it was really well run. Grady from Church of the D20. It's only a small store, but he got us in. We were packed in, but we were comfortably there. He laid on pizzas. He had an arcade machine. He gave you tokens for. It was a fantastic day.
Awesome.
Yeah, right. Top 4. Noah Hicks.
No Rhinars.
No.
What? No Rhinars.
There was 1 Rhinar in the top 8.
Okay.
Noah Hicks is playing Briar. He beat Mike Kerslake, so his Briar beat Mike Kerslake's Briar in the top 8.
Okay.
And Mike was king of Swiss, so he suffered the Swiss curse.
Classic.
Yeah, Mitch Hewson, he won Geek Retreat Leads with this Lexi deck, and he's made it into the top 4. Matsky, as we know him, but his real name is Maciek Walensikowski, and a level 2 judge called James Armstrong.
Never heard of him.
No,
some dude. Yeah, he just sits there judging, giving everyone else a hard time. That time he got it.
Yeah. He did win last season's skirmish at Manuscrew, though. He beat me with some broken Viceroy deck.
Wow.
Right, so finals was Noah Hicks on Briar versus Mitch Hewson on Lexi.
Oh, okay. So is this Noah Hicks list very similar to the one that Mike Kerslake brought, the Cockroach Briar?
No, he's playing a classic Channel Mount Heroic.
Okay.
So
I don't know really. I'm gonna have to put my money onto Mitch Hewson with Iceland with Lexi. I think the power of Codex, and if that is thrown into the Blitz decks, and the disruption offered is probably in their favor. So I'm gonna go with Mitch Hewson.
You're wrong. Noah Hicks.
I forgot. Oh god, this is good. No, well done.
Noah Hicks. He's new to the fab scene. He's 15 years old. He is a brilliant player. He was absolutely ruthless. But the game is fantastic. That'll be out this week, so you can check it out. I've got the deck lists as well, so I'll put them up when I put the game up. All right.
Awesome. Well done, Noah Hicks. Well done, Matt Hewson. Well done, everyone. James Armstrong, well done for you, dude, even though you're giving everyone a hard time. You're judging. I'm only joking. Love you, dude.
Yeah, James played Noah in the top four.
Okay, yeah, it's a pretty hard matchup.
Yeah, right. Okay, Geek Retreat Glasgow. So we had 22 players in Dundee and only 10 in Glasgow. So I don't think many people made the trip over. So
No.
2 dash, 1 Bravo, a FI. Oh my God, it's the first FI we have, and that's been in for 2 weeks. I think that's the only FI we have. An Icelander, a Lexi, a Kano, an Oldhim, a Prism. Oh look, an Azuri.
And a single Azuri, as always.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious whether if that fight gets into the top 4, that would be pretty darn exciting. But I'm not sure how this will pan out. All right, okay.
No,
that's looking pretty. That's looking like a safe hero bet. So it's looking like that. But yeah.
Yeah, so Dash, Jack Church, Osama McDonald on Lexi, George Douglas on Kano, and Yong Jingjan, I hope I've said that right, on Oldhim. Okay, so we have a Dash with Jack Church versus Yong Jingjan on Oldhim. That's the final. Dash versus Oldhim.
Oh, probably I'm gonna go. I don't know. I feel like I'm just out of the loop on the blitz because my head goes in too much into CC. But bro, I'm just gonna go with Jack Church on Dash with those items having that long-standing power.
No, Oldhim won that. The thing is, Dash.
What do I know?
If Dash is going full on boost.
Yeah, that's true. It could be that sort of build.
Yeah,
and that's the reliable build you should go on. And if that is the case, yeah, Oldhim will just like tire it out.
Yeah, totally. That's what I'm suspecting. They had that 2-hour Dash Oldham game that's coming out with Mansant as well. It's just like, oh my God. God. If you've got 3 blocks and you're playing against Dash, you just block like crazy and you'll just peter out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, okay, so that was Geek Retreat Glasgow. Well done.
Well done, everyone.
Yep. Jester Game Store. So Manchester, only 8 players, 2 as Icelanders, 1 Chain, a Kano, a Kasai, a Lexi, an Oldhim, and a Reinar.
Okay, well, if it's Manchester, so I wouldn't be surprised if potentially Rob Catton and Matt Duggan are there. The no one Azuri. Oh, well, that's sad. After going through all this, that feels sad now.
I don't think they're here because there's no Kanos and there's no Azuris.
Oh, there's a Chain. That's what I was thinking. Oh, James Lester on Chain, though. Now, that doesn't surprise me. That man played a lot of Chain back in the RTN season. But yeah, no, looking really cool.
Yeah, so James Lester on Chain, Ian Riley on Icelander, Paul Wright on Icelander, and Adrian Samayudia.
I was about to say that, actually, this is the first time I've actually seen Chain in the top 8.
Yeah, so
this week.
He's good. It just depends how many links he can get up to, isn't it? How many soul shackles he can get. I mean, if games are going fast, he's not going to get his shackles out, is he? So
no, that's true, but he does have the power of Husk. But yeah, what's the final?
Final is Ian Riley Icelander versus Adrian with Kano.
Ooh, I will say I'm gonna put my money on Ian Riley. I think the Icelander matchup against Kano is a little bit more favored. I know that Kano could have opportunities to blow out, but Icelander can just chip stuff down. But I could be wrong.
You are. Kano won that one.
Well, everyone, I'm sorry, I'm not the analyst you'll hope for, but at least you can make safe bets, knowing that I'm probably wrong.
What I'll do is I'll say, do you sure you want to choose that one?
Yeah, you need to tell me. Do you want to change your mind?
Yeah.
And I always say yes.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Adrian. Well done. You are the best wizard in Manchester.
Hey, well done, everyone.
Skyward Fire Games Lowestoft. 11 players. 2 Reinhardt, 2 Riptide, 1 Azalea, a Dory, a Dash, an Ira, an Icelander, a Katsu, and an Oldham.
Oh, no jury.
Right.
But 2 Rhino, okay, yeah. And the 2 Riptide, how exciting. Anyway, let's get to the top 4.
So,
okay.
Dory with Nick Walsh. Raymond Rouse, Icelander. He won last week at Alpha Games. Daniel Scupham with Reinhardt. He won the ProQuest at Alpha Games last time with Reinhardt. Steve Thompson with Reinar, and I know he's won a few in that area as well last year.
Okay. What's the final?
Final is Nick Walsh on Dory versus Daniel Scupham on Reinar.
Okay, right. I'm gonna put my money on Dory. Right, Dory against Rhino and Blitz has always been a slightly favored matchup into Dory because she's got some good armor blocks and the slow ramp punishing game with the sword. Right, are you gonna ask me to change my mind?
Are you going to change your mind?
Yes.
Well done, Daniel Scupham won.
I told you you'd always change your mind.
Yeah, Daniel Scupham wins with Reinar. Just must have been a blowout. It's just like, oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
He's got that power to do it.
Generally speaking, that's how it normally works. But yeah, you can get blowouts. That's Blitz.
Yeah. Okay.
Well done, everyone.
Well done, Daniel. So, Trinity Card Capital, the last event for the weekend.
Okay.
Eight players. There was no top cut in this. It was a straight shootout, 3 rounds. So 3 Dash, 1 Arachne, 1 Azalea, 1 Chain, a Dory, and a Reinar.
All right. Okay. If I don't see any Dash, I'll be gutted in the top to see that. But
okay, so
yeah, we've got.
So these are the places they finished from left to right. Okay, so congratulations, Craig Johnson. You won with Dash. Okay, Paul Crane came second with Reinar. Phil Gibbons with Dash. He played Dash in one of the other events as well. And Michael Davies with Davies, I should say, with Azalea. So Azalea made it into a top 4, considering she's doing quite well in CC at the minute.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well done, Craig. Well done, everyone.
Okay. So let's see what the conversion rates are for the heroes that won this week.
Oh, wow. I love this. This is real fancy. Well done, Barry. This looks very good. I can actually see this now.
Yeah, I've upped it. I've upped my game, mate. You made me up my game.
Yeah, I did. But this is beautiful. So Oldham on 2 wins, Icelander on 2 wins, Kano on 1, Brian on 1, and everyone else is on 1. So that's so yeah. I mean, the conversion rates are, the conversion rates of Kano is crazy, 20%. Right.
Yeah. That was it just depends on how many players have played that hero that week, doesn't it? Like there's not that been many Oldham players, so that's why their conversion rate is higher for their 2 wins. Whereas Reinar has got the most represented hero this week. He's got 1 win out of that, so his conversion rate for it. Well, you just go, he's capable of massive blowouts, but because he's just totally unpredictable. He's a casino character, a casino hero. He just doesn't convert very well over 4 rounds and a top cut. He's just like one little slip up. And you've had it, and that's it.
But overall, though, the actual wins, the percentage of wins going towards Icelander and Oldham, I think in the long run, I'm not surprised to sort of see, I guess, because there were like really strong predominant heroes coming into this Blitz meta, following with what was traditionally like with Kano and Chain, as well as like Kasai and Reinar and Dash sort of like falling just a little bit behind that. I even put Dory into that mix as well, but she hasn't actually won anything. But seeing as Yuri get that win and Ira get that win, as well as again Briar get that win, it's really, really cool to see. It just shows the big depth of young heroes in the Blitz meta.
But the thing is, even though you see the representation of heroes all through our the events we've shown, it is following that track that kind of like LSS published last week, that Oldham and Icelander are still sort of like the 2 top heroes really in Blitz, and then you've got Kano that is just explosively good. Briar's good. Ira we saw wins. Kasai we saw with good percentages last week from the whole global meta. So it is kind of following that little trend. The 2 ice heroes are there. Right. We have more. The skirmish map.
The map. There's so many events going on. That poor Lexi's been covered up by a giant Kano.
Yeah, and an Azuri. Kano's just like, I'm here, by the way. So I'm gonna have to do something about this map. It's getting a bit bonkers, but this isn't even including the draft games. The sealed events. There has been a few, but the sealed events have been, more over sort of like the west of the country, and a couple more basically down in London. There hasn't been that many, but you just like, there is so many events. There's no real sort of like winner. Briar and Kano are really taking it so far. They're the two top winners. I've got Icelanders there as well.
She's just hidden behind the guest.
Icelanders down here under Rhino and then up the top in Scotland.
Yeah, no, it's really cool to see.
Yeah, let's have a look at Armory Knights map. So this is Armory Knights. So they've got an Azuri, an Arachne, an Ira for Dan Tripp, and an Icelander down there in Southend for Board Game Hut.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
I think I'm going to have to do maps more like this. Especially with RTN season. Yeah. Okay, so 1 week to go, and this is where you can get your sealed fix if you need it. So Fanboy 3 in Manchester, that is the home of Liam Canning, the nicest trousers and all in fab. So maybe I'll get some games sent to me to put up. Bad Moon Cafe in London, that will be streamed by Armory Knights and Sean. So thank you, Sean. And Underworld Games in Nottingham, Dibs and Dan, they'll be doing the sealed event there. But we all know Blitz is the more popular event.
Yes.
There we go. 17th of August. Oh,
April. So that's ages away.
Sorry, that was today. Let's hope someone's got me the results for me. Oops. Right, okay, so Dark Sphere, that will be Sean again, Armory Knights. You can see them on the Saturday. Gamers World in Dublin, so their only event now. The one at Geek Retreat Lisbon basically fell through, so that's their only skirmish, which is just absolutely just really bad news and really sad for the Irish community, because they got some fantastic gamers there who actually like to travel. Patriot Games in Sheffield, Board in the City in Southampton, and Dice Saloon in Brighton. So get down there. It's your last chance to get Azalea cold foils. I have one. I scrubbed out in Church of the D20, but even if you scrub out, you can win a raffle and claim a cold foil Azalea. So,
who needs skill when you've got luck?
That's the only luck I had. Right, so it's the huge thank you time. So thank you to all of these players for providing all the information. Obviously, Sean Buglugs McCherry, Armory Knights, dude, you're fantastic. Thank you very much. Liam Hartles, Gaming Ross, you're a fantastic bloke. Ross, you sent me everything. It was brilliant. James Ashall, Candlekeep used to do the show. Nyros, obviously Candlekeep Ramsey themselves. Shingo, so Sharif sent me some things.
Oh, Shin, well done.
Rainer, Gregory Raddick, Matt Ski, Ollie from Wayland Games, Grady from Church of the D20, if I could spell that right, Dubs, Ruin, Jester from Jester Games, and Liam. Now, I've been told his nickname is Big Juice.
Well done, Big Juice.
Big Juice.
I like that. Cheers, Biggie.
Yeah, nice. Right, week 3. What will we see? Thank you very much. Enjoy.
Take care.